to episode 10. Alright. Now tell me about your favorite cereal.
So, you tracked me down just to gab about the mass marketeer? I am impressed.
No, I've come to make an offer. Yeah. Someone want to watch this with you.
I see what's going on here. I'm being bribed. Well, it's working. I can't say no to my favorite cereal. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is going to be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
Alright. I honestly thought she was something like, oh, hey, you want a random companion?
What is it?
Wow. Talk Zoe into coming back.
We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway?
She know what about Mars, they hadn't hurt her.
Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard stranger things. You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
Let me know if I can do more stuff for you. Alright. Freight engineer. The Dissident.
Had your rations yet?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's not the best choice. It's spacers. Music to my ears.
I guess they're not that surprised by my extreme amount of, like, just random crap that I'm giving them. Is Byzantium supposed to be like, some, like, Elysium or something like that? I have all these. Fortified doctors are coming out eating this raw, bloody hunks of meat. Even the bits of detritus stuck in it. And the fifth doctor died shortly after ingesting the meat, so his opinion cannot be taken for the record. The recently harvested primal hide is still wet and covered in skin parasites. Properly processed at a leather factory, making a nice pair of shoes or perhaps a jacket. Tank, small metallic vessel that holds a liquid refrigerant. Tank holds a low viscosity heat transfer fluid, via mechanicals to regulate the internal temperature. It's almost certainly toxic. Brain, the complete cranial organ of full-grown primal. He's not missing any parts. This could be worth a lot of bits to a brain collector. Good luck finding one. And there's a simple made of bracelet. This bracelet would make a perfect accessory for a night in town or just dinner at the local establishment. I'll probably spend a few bits to buy it. Corporation Service Award. A medium-sized award typical of the kind given out annual company achievement banquets galaxy-wide. An award for most unused. Paid time off, greatest amount of coffee drunk in one break, bathroom rests, and you'll never know. Spread hide. Small device used to store rotational energy. Fun science fact. If you have ever wondered why it's hard to push over a functioning automatical, but it's easy to tip over a non-functional one, so device is the reason. Pretty necklace, you're into that sort of thing. This necklace makes a strong fashion statement. Look at my neck. There's something on it. Pretty something. Look at it. Very fluffy tail of an adult canid. The tail is long and whip-like, and the consistency of tail covering is somewhere between furry and feathered. Ring, metal ring, and set with a gemstone. An undivided gemstone set in its metal axle frame. I'm not gonna let you buy a new spaceship, but it's definitely worth a few bits. Air lighter, basic cigarette lighter. Well, use most of the lighter fluid's gone, and this unadorned cigarette lighter, a fluid to use, or would be via lighter fluid, not recommended for use in Byzantium. It'll make the small metal ring is mostly designed for use on a finger, but big-toed customers can find alternate places to wear it. Skull fin. Due to its unusual shape and colorfulness, the bony piece skull pieces used as adornment. Shell mantles, it makes a rather decorative bookends. Yep. Well, made of metal and wood and a generous amount of pungent resin. For a collector, just a child who dreams of adventures among the stars. Imagination not included. Tory beak. Mouth part of Tory. Ground into powder boiling water, then mixed with double corn starch. Better a beak becomes food additive. The gelatin is consistent enough to use the binding agent for processed meats such as nuggets, boast, etc. Pneumatic pistons. Metal pieces used to transfer force from an expanding gas to a crankshaft. This is an integral part of an automechanical moving part. Including limbs, cameras, and weapons, and automatical without a piston is like a canoe without a paddle. Okay. The rings are not coming for eating, chewing, licking, just they say. Only that to any part of the Torre, okay? And from limb to mechanical. Electrical motor allows an automechanical. A single joint in one of its limbs. Requires an external power source to operate. Energy canister. This energy canister holds the power source for non-mechanical. Mechanical energy canister has been inside and shapes for decades. Used on non-mechanicals of all types, this one appears to be depleted.
Something got you down?
Death. Oh. Oh, never mind. Officer Reed Towson, Outpost Administrator, since infection now reached a critical mass. I've instructed our staff to transfer the old domicile into sick house. It's a reality of life on the frontier, and as those spacers, we had to face up to reality, and the reality is that we do not carry enough medicine to treat all of you. Medical treatment is a privilege and alright. We strive every day to demonstrate our worthiness of that privilege. Find yourself suffering symptoms of an incipient plague, the best thing you can do for yourself and your family. Don't jumpers come to work. For the spirit, physical illness, encapsulates spiritual weakness. What the fuck? Dude, you understand that that's why everyone's fucking sick, right? Should have probably closed the damn door, shouldn't I? I'm surprised she wasn't just like immediately next to me. What about the third? Whatever. Such a shame that I'm probably gonna have to put a bullet in that, constable's head, honestly. Because you think they're just not gonna do anything? You're probably wrong.
I've always wanted to poke around in here. Sweeping. Incoming!
She better not be like, I'm just gonna walk through this. I'd say be quiet perpetually. Oh.
No hard feelings, okay?
Because she's an engineer. I see you guys at least tried. See, both the cannons and the marauders wanted to get in here.
Nice.
Yeah, killing automatic cannicles seems to be a good way. It's probably coolant or something. Yeah, seems a decent way to make at least some money. Sure about that. Some security fences. View recent logs. Assessing serial logs inaccessible and keeping with space of choice. Coming posse. Loads have been terminating the vendor. Major emergency guard. Okay. Scheduled security updates at this space of choice facility critically overdue. Your last scheduled security update occurred on error not found. Minor space of choice security details assigned to location. Please turn in your identification. Immediate reprimand. Failure to do so may result in immediate reprimand. Let's go and look at all the little separate buildings first. That lets me. Oh, and the thing needs to be updated, but they were dead, so they couldn't update it. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. We're gonna basically be putting together a crew of corporate misfits. Give me a second.
Looking to be ahead somewhere and a touch to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing. Got him.
That made a lot of sound. Silent Hill sting for a second there. Fucking grenade launcher, huh? Get it together, Miss Braden. A letter, this letter says in formal notification of your company's displeasure towards your management of the Emerald Vale geothermal plant for reasons related to exceeding your staff budget in your latest quarterly report. Take 5 subordinates to be dismissed immediately. Additionally, please contact our office to schedule your official reprimand at your earliest convenience. Schedule official reprimand will result in an official reprimand. Just family would like to collectively remind you your work and invisibility choice is not a right but a privilege. And to esteemed members of the Emerald Vale Development Oversight Committee, this letter finds you wealthy. After due consideration last letter, generate and terminate no fewer than 5 subordinates who were unable to provide sufficient justification for their ongoing employment. To remind the Oversight Committee that while most of Emerald Vale has failed to meet its production output quotas, agriculture and fishing / canning departments, either which are close to profitable, the Emerald Vale geothermal plant remains committed to providing cheap, cost-efficient power to the entire region. Investigated the claims against the possibility of the greater Emerald Vale region. First, agrees with you, agriculture and fishing canning have experienced a steady decline. Vale geothermal plant remains somewhat profitable. Our offices are currently investigating ways to implement additional cost-saving measures, which will ultimately lead to leaner, more streamlined, more efficient geothermal power plant. Inform that the Space Choice Development Office has a significant insurance policy against the Emerald Vale geothermal plant. I'd like to assure you that this insurance policy is a standard procedure. Do not attempt to understand or otherwise extrapolate meaning from this decision. As a special courtesy, we have deployed a proprietary team of engineering specialists. Emerald Vale geothermal plant. The team of specialists has been instructed to retrieve and upgrade plant's population armament goals free of charge. Thank you for it. They're literally gonna just like leave this thing running by itself, and they're gonna just like kill everyone inside, and then oops. Corporation. Please do not interpret this.
Clever.
System alert speaking.
At least that somehow explicitly survives. Oh. Whew. I need the key. Well, there you go. Oh. Oh, yeah. Chester Higgins again. That whole head. Found him. One of the mechanicals, so I had to write him up for tampering company property. In case I'm reading this a couple days from now and feeling bad for what I've done, let me just remind myself, one before he's always had a little crooked in the skull. Working in some logic module, I confiscate it, shipping and lock away room for foreseeable future. Don't sit right with me. Company's been replacing the guards with our mechanicals. At this rate, I'm going to end up being chief security with no staff. Just a small army of mechanicals, knock them out, guns pointing every which way. Tells us they're safe, programmed to treat humans like their own, liable to break down, but I'm not kidding, never will. I don't know. Don't sit right with me. I remember before, I suppose. What has happened? Mechanicals gone crazy. Locked myself down here, just trying to gather my courage. Gonna make a mad dash for control room. Shut things down. We'll defeat this entry if I ever return. He's a anomaly message indicated by spacers. Choices of worker safety, contingency protocols. Your lockdown has been initiated. This is not a test. Your behavior during this lockdown will be reviewed during quarterly audit. Saudi is a common side effect of lightning. Restrained danger by security lockdowns. Fight back against excited with an ice cold bottle. Zero G brew. Zero G brew. Well, it's good for what ails you. Oh.
Dang, that's impressive.
That was shitty. All that for like nothing. Magic module. I feel like it's too early to be like, hey.
Don't mess with it. Nice one.
Nice that people always like storing their money in easily accessible boxes, huh? But anyways, I have to go. So, if you enjoy the video, you know what to do. See ya!